You're listening to KCPR the Rec, your place to recreate, with your host, Caitlin, Jonathan, and Joe.
Hey there, and welcome back to KCPR the Rec. With NASCAR in town this past weekend, we have a special guest, NASCAR car chief Robert Cheddar Smith with Stewart-Haas Racing Team.
And we even got our voiceover guy, Brent, to introduce him.
Hey, Brent. He's going to speak to us about staying active while on the road. We're going to give you a word from our director, take a look at some upcoming recreational programs with what's on deck for Parks and Rec, and of course, give you a national day for today.
Man, we got a lot of great stuff in this podcast. I'm so stoked.
Today's National Day.
Hey everybody, it's Leif Erikson Day! Hinga-dinga-durgan.
Today's National Day is Leif Erikson Day.
All right.
You can celebrate Leif Erikson Day by posting to social media using the hashtag Leif Erikson Day. You can also thank President Calvin Coolidge for Leif Erikson Day as we gave recognition to Leif Erikson as discoverer of America. He was persuaded by Norwegian American scholars, of course, but either way, in 1964, Congress passed Joint Resolution 88-566, allowing the president to proclaim October 9th as Leif Erikson Day. And why October 9th, you say?
Why?
The first official migration from Norway was actually Norway to U.S. actually happened on October 9th, 1825.
Who would have known?
So,
Well, Joe did.
Oh,
yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
awesome.
SpongeBob taught me a lot about Leif Erikson Day. Him and Patrick.
I wonder what Joe would look like with like a big orange beard and.
I mean,
a
half
horned
of it,
helmet.
half my beard's orange, and some of it's gray now too.
Well,
So
all
yeah,
right.
Struggle.
so I'm halfway to a Viking.
Into the Rec Room.
Hey guys, here today with a very special guest. We're here with Robert Cheddar Smith, car chief of the Stewart-Haas Racing number 4 Mustang. We're going to talk about ways to recreate or even exercise while you're on the road. And Cheddar would be a perfect spokesman for that since he's on the road probably 38 weeks out of the year. So I'm going to turn this over to Cheddar.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. It's cool that you guys get the chance to do this together and sit down and do this podcast. It's a lot of fun. You know, I do travel a lot. I'm on the road probably, like Brent said, I'm on the road about 38 weeks out of the year, and it's 4 or 5 days a week. So, you know, something in our sport that's really become new and a focal point for our sport, not just for the drivers in NASCAR, but for the crew members as well, is that we're always looking for ways to be active, to get together, and you know, there's so much that goes on along with it. It's not just the physical gains and the health of it, it's the camaraderie and fraternizing with the team and everybody coming together. So there's a few things that we do that are really becoming more popular all the time, and probably the leading one right now is cycling. You know, we all work during the day and the garage will close at 3-4 in the afternoon, and we take that opportunity and we all set out on bikes and we go ride together. So that's been a really big thing that's been popular with us, and it's kind of a low impact, easy way for us to get out and do stuff, and we can stay together so it's safer in a big pack, you know, and we get to see the countryside of all these different venues that we're at. I think we traveled to 19 different cities in our series,
That's a lot.
so it's neat for us to be able to get out and just see what's around the tracks instead of sitting in a hotel room or like, you know, I think what's been the past has been the old way of going to the hotel room and hitting the fitness center, and if that's all you have or the weather is allowing, that's a good method to do it and staying in shape and getting some exercise. But things like cycling and reaching out and finding rec centers like your guys' is so much fun. You know, I showed up today and I've never played pickleball, so we had an opportunity to. You guys took a minute and we played a little bit of pickleball, and I don't know that it was kind of one-sided. I think Caitlin took it to me pretty hard, but we had a lot of fun, and I'd never had an opportunity to do that. So finding stuff like that's a fun alternative when the weather is allowing it. But if we can get outside and do stuff, you know, we really enjoy hiking and finding things like that. You know,
in the area.
yeah, we try to get outside and get some fresh air and get away from the hotel and get away from the indoor facilities a little bit, and find parks and find things like that in the area that we can go and just enjoy.
Cool. That's got to be tough because you guys travel in a large group. I mean, everywhere you go, it's pretty crowded. That's got to be difficult.
Yeah, I think that, you know, per car number, so per team, there's probably 12 of us, 14 of us that travel, and I think on my group we have a really awesome group that likes to stay active, and we probably have 10 of us out of that group probably that do some form of activity when the garage closes, whether it be hiking or whether it be cycling or whether, we have a group that I love, our 41 team. They love to go and they find a rec center and they play basketball every Saturday afternoon. So they have enough people to do like a 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 little basketball scrimmage, and it's fun. They just do it just for get the heart rate up and burn the calories and have fun together. So
That's cool.
it's neat that our sports migrated that way so much, and it's good for me to see. I think that it clears your mind and it clears your head, and you come back more focused to perform your tasks at hand for the team and win the race.
I know, in years past, Cheddar, when you'd come to Dover, we'd play golf. This year we actually wanted to go fishing. Weather didn't play into our favor this time, but those are some other things that we look forward to, and it's just ways to also stay active. We call them, I guess, lifetime activities.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no bigger golfer on our team probably than even Kevin Harvick. He just had his golf charity event down in Charlotte yesterday, I think it was. But we have a great partnership with a lot of golfers there at KHI and everything with that. So golf's really prevalent on my team as well, and that's something that we can find time to do. And we do that a lot more at home, I think, than on the road. But on the road is fun because you can always play different courses.
You get to see a lot.
Yeah. And
probably some nice courses, too.
Some really nice courses, yeah, so that's fun. And, you kind of mentioned the fishing thing, and that's a huge passion of mine, and I love to get out and fish. And predominantly I bass fish, but when I can get out in saltwater and stuff like that, like you guys have up here, that's really, really fun. And, I think the bass fishing part's fun because you just get outside and get to see so much nature and get to enjoy that environment so much. So it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of things you can do if you just look around your local area and find stuff to do.
Yeah, that's some great tips.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Cheddar, I appreciate your time. I know you have a big weekend coming up, and best of luck to you and the team.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Since today is Leif Erikson Day, we thought what better way to bring in our director since he is from the upper Midwest, where many Norwegians are from.
Yeah, sure, you betcha.
A word from our director.
He's from Minnesota, don't you know?
Happy Leif Erikson Day!
So, Jeremy, what word did you bring us today?
Well, a couple of disclaimers I'd like to throw out there.
Oh, boy.
First,
Here we go.
word from our director is, number one, there's a lot of Swedish people in Minnesota too, so it's not just Norwegians. And also, I'd like to take some minor umbrage with Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants. Because, quite honestly, I think it's pronounced Leif Erikson and not Leaf, like he fell out of a tree. But, who am I to combat with Nickelodeon? But anyways, I thought I'd also throw you a curveball since we're talking sports normally here. And I'm going to give you a word, but instead of you trying to decide what the word is, you're going to need to give me the sport that the word is a part of.
I like the change up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit of a screwball.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I'm going to give you a word,
That's a
and
hint.
you're going to have to discuss amongst yourself, and maybe you can come up with a group answer, or maybe one of you wants to just chime right on in with the answer. Are you ready for your word of the day?
Hockey.
Oh,
Yes.
word from the day.
Hockey.
Oh, wait. We haven't done the word yet.
The word is breezers.
And so now we are going to guess for you what the sport was
Sport was.
that belongs to.
Yes.
Well,
A lot of blank stares. And
well,
Yeah.
no. I'm thinking I feel like it's some sort of term you use for some guys in hockey.
That's
Yeah.
the only sport I
I
can ever
know.
think of.
That's why I guessed hockey before we even got the
Yeah,
word.
Some breezers.
There are more seasons in Minnesota than just winter. It is not frozen year round.
I'm beginning to wonder if you're
We're
actually
South
still from
Canada,
Minnesota.
not Canada.
Okay. Well, when I hear that, it makes me feel like people are like going really fast by somebody.
Breezers.
Like, if they were on skates and going really fast.
Oh, I think I know what sport it goes to.
What you got, Joe?
I'm gonna say. Oh, I got two sports, but I'm gonna go with curling.
Interesting.
go with
And the
curling.
jury says
Well, I'm going to say cross country.
cross country. Okay, interesting.
Baseball.
Baseball.
I have one other guess though too.
Well, I'm sorry.
You
You
can
Do you want to change your initial guess?
I'm gonna
rules
write.
are written down
I'm gonna
right
write
here.
it. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down. So just in case.
Everyone out there in podcast land
Yeah.
will know that
My-
Joe didn't cheat.
Yeah, I didn't cheat.
Razors. Razors are a piece of equipment that you would wear playing ice hockey.
I got it before we got the word. All right. I was gonna say speed
Usually,
skating.
if you just trust your gut, it's probably
It works out.
ice hockey in Minnesota. We'll
You
stick with
try
that.
throwing us off. Not everything is ice hockey.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any ice hockey coming up in our programs. But Caitlin, did you want to bring us some sports or activities that are on deck for Parks and Rec?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have ice hockey, but we do have ice skating. And we have a couple of big events coming up. Fantasy Trail coming up on October 19th.
Whoop.
We have Fright Night starting this weekend, actually, and that'll be the first of many nights for the rest of October.
You know Brecknock changes in the darkness.
Everything changes.
Everything changes.
This is true.
Yup.
I still haven't gone through it yet. Ever.
Well, maybe this is the year.
No,
that you
not
should
not gonna happen.
try. We also have Make a Difference Day on October 26th. And we are still looking for volunteers to help with planting trees, mulching, and cleaning up the vegetation and litter around the area. To register for any of these programs, you can check us out online at
www.co.ken.des.us/parks-recreation.aspx.
Thanks again to our buddy Cheddar for coming in and spending some time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, you should check out our next podcast where we're going to talk about college athletes and if they should be compensated for their talent. We're going to bring you a new segment with Angel's Answers. Of course, we'll talk to you about what's on deck for Parks and Rec, and we'll bring you another National Day. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Check you later.
Bye.